Hey folks, Vic here with your weekly video for Friday, April the 10th, 2020. Happy Easter to everybody. This is one of the most important videos that you will listen to, or at least that you should listen to, because I'm going to show you the key secret to becoming a consistently profitable trader. It's a bold statement, I know, but please hear me out. Seriously, I can't emphasize strongly enough how important this video is, and not only am I going to show you this key secret that's needed for consistent profitability, but toward the end, I'm going to show you a technique that we use that will dramatically improve your results. So before we get to the secret behind consistent profitability and the technique that I just mentioned for improving your results, you need to know that one of the things that we pride ourselves in with our Coach's Corner service is transparency. Darko records pre-market analysis videos, PMA videos, for all of our Coach's Corner members every single day, showing trade setups in advance, not after the fact. Once they're recorded, they're archived for all to hear. There's no hiding behind fake results. And this past week we had several losing trades, and overall it was a losing week for us. You know, everyone is a great hindsight trader. If you have a losing trade, they can give you 1,000 reasons why you should not have taken that trade. They become hindsight experts. But Darko puts his excellent knowledge and trading skills on the line every single day with his PMA videos, and his track record has been phenomenally good for about 2.5 years now. You don't just get lucky for 2.5 years. But that does not mean that we only have winning trades, obviously. We have losses too. But losses should never be a big deal if you know what you're doing. And it goes without saying that you should never, ever blow out an account. The reason you blow out an account is because of over leverage, right? That's what amateurs do all the time. Now here's the thing. Everyone handles wins like a champ. This guy's pretty happy, right? Winning is easy. It just feels good. However, losing is a different story. For most traders, losing is mentally difficult to handle. And this really comes down to what it means to you to lose. What do you mentally attach to losing? Do you see yourself as a failure? Do you start to doubt yourself and your trading system? Do you say, this stuff doesn't work? See, if you're thinking this way, and assuming that you're trading an approach with good odds, then you don't understand an odds game. You have not embraced the fact that losing is part of winning. When you're playing an odds game, by definition, you'll be a winner. Okay, we have odds. That's it. We don't have certainty. Think about, like a professional poker player, for example. Professional poker players know when they have a high odds probability of winning, or when the odds are not great. So if the odds are not great, what do? They don't hang in there. They fold. They cut their losses early. They mitigate a potentially bigger loss that they would probably have had by trying to fight the odds and stay in the game. Okay? All right, so now I'm going to reveal the secret to consistent profitability, and here it is. And by the way, I'm assuming that you have a system of trading that gives you an edge with good reward risk potential. If that's the case, the secret is, drum roll, risk small. What a letdown that is, right? I bet that most people watching this video were not really expecting that as the secret, and are maybe even a bit disappointed, and they're going to close this video right now because it's not very exciting. Well, that's too bad, because I'm telling you, if you commit to keeping your initial account risk small and you learn how to manage a trade effectively, not only for risk reduction and profit taking, but also for mitigating your risk once you're in a trade that's not working out for you, everything changes. And for us, we recommend no more than a 0.5% account exposure. And I know that many people will scoff at this. Well, I assure you, I've seen many people blow out their accounts due to some, bravado mentality and lack of respect for account risk. And yes, you know what? They can have some big wins, and it can even go on for a while, but they will eventually have a problem. Okay, now I told you that I'd show you a technique for dramatically improving your results, and it's about how we can mitigate a loss, a trade that's not working out for us. And I'll show you by example. And this is one of the losing trades that we had this week. It was on the Aussie Canadian dollar pair. Let's bring it up. It's right here. I'll just go straight to the entry here. It was a swing trade, so we use our weekly chart for support resistance, and then we use this 4-hour chart for, this is for our entry. That's our entry time frame. The sell was here at 87.17, and we had a higher high stop loss above here. Okay, so the initial risk was 98 pips, which, don't forget, this is a swing trade, so you're going to have more pip risk generally, not always, but generally it's going to be a higher pip risk. And so, of course, you need to adjust your lot size so that if you lose 98 pips, it will only represent 0.5% of your account. That's critically important. So what happened, if you see what happened, price hit this expected resistance, but it didn't stop, did it? It did back here. We actually had a trade right here, same setup, and we had a really nice win as price fell away here. Came up again, we sold, and look what price did. It was trading above this expected resistance for like 1, 2, 3, 4 hours, and then we had this pin bar reversal right here. This is all a bad sign. I mean, this is not what we want to see when we're trying to short. So instead of keeping your risk above here, you move it down to above here. Now our actual loss, and we got stopped out, 58 pips, which is 40% better than taking a full loss. That's a big deal, folks. So, you know, that's one of the ways that we mitigate a loss. We observe what's happening, we watch this price action, and we adjust accordingly, and we take a mitigated loss if we can. I mean, sometimes price just goes straight against us, like it hits here and just keeps going straight up. Nothing you can do about that. Okay, and we just take a full loss of 0.5%. But if we can keep some of our losses less than that, it makes a very, very big difference overall. You know, one of our better traders in our Coach's Corner chat room, who had 3 losing trades this past week, okay, 3 losing trades. He said it best yesterday when he said mitigation clearly helps a lot. Just listen to this. Instead of a 1.5% account loss for the 3 trades, because 0.5% per trade, right? I had just over a 0.25% loss. Wow, I mean, just think about that. In one trade that makes a 2-to-1 reward risk, he will have more than made up for the loss on 3 trades. That's, in fact, he only needs a 1-to-1 reward risk to make back his loss. How cool is that? So, you know, keeping your risk under control like this just takes away all the stress and the anxiety, yet you can still do very well. And that is how a professional trader handles losing. They mitigate the loss as best they can, and then they just keep trading their edge day in and day out. Now, I know this topic of risk management isn't all that sexy, but I implore and I beg all of you to please pay attention to it. It's one of the things that we have control over before we put on a trade. Because once the trade's on, we don't know what's going to happen next, and we don't need to. We only know that there is a higher probability of one thing happening over another. That's our edge. So risk management is a huge, huge key to success. And if this makes sense to you, and you want to learn the rest of how we trade, we have an excellent resource now available called the Ultimate Coach's Corner Forex Video Library. Super good resource. And you can learn exactly how Darko analyzes markets and comes up with his daily pre-market analysis videos. There's a link in the text below this video or in the email that you received. Thanks so much, everyone. And please hit the like button if you like this video. I'd sure appreciate that. And be sure to follow us so that you'll be notified whenever we put out a new video. And don't forget to click that little bell when you follow us. Happy Easter, everyone. Be safe. Let's all do our part in getting on top of this coronavirus situation sooner than later. Take care.